Good evening, everyone, and Happy New Year to you all. Something I actually said last night, because I actually did a live on my own page last night, and sometimes New Year isn't always great for people. So I hope you've had a gentle New Year, or I'm hoping for everyone to have a Happy New Year, and I'm hoping that this year is going to be a lot more positive for people. But thank you so much for joining me on my live tonight. Hi, Terry. Hope you're keeping well. Happy New Year to you too. I'm looking forward to doing some live free mini readings tonight. Hi, Serendipity. And Happy New Year to you. Hi, Christine Davis. Thank you for joining us this evening as well. Hi, Millie B. Hope you're keeping well. If everyone can try and share this live, if it's possible. I know it's not being streamed on Facebook, but if you can share it to your Facebook page, that would be absolutely amazing. Hi, Craig Nash. I'm liking the picture of the, I'm going to guess it's an American bald eagle. I think is it bald eagle or great eagle? I always get confused. I'm not sure which. But beautiful bird of prey. Hi, Justine Day. Thank you for joining us and Happy New Year to you as well. Hi, Rosalind Crump. So, for anyone that hasn't seen me work before, I am a medium. Normally get people's loved ones come forward, or I work on an intuitive level with my spirit guides. I see people's past, present, and future. Every now and again, I'll ask if you can take the messages I'm giving you. Hi, Mary Greenlaw. Hope you're keeping well. When I've linked in with you, if you can reply as quickly as possible, whether you're able to take the messages I'm giving you or not, helps make the link a bit stronger. So we always try and look for a quick reply as possible. Now, the way that I work is you can either ask a particular question or you can ask for a general read. I'm happy to do either. And I always I try and do as many as I can. So, hi, Sue Lawrence from Australia. Thank you for joining us. I have to say, I think it was Sydney fireworks I saw last night. They looked absolutely amazing. I know you're from Melbourne, so I hope I'm not causing any trouble there. Hi, Rain Cloud. Thank you for joining us too. So, before we get going, share this live, most importantly, if you can. If you want to subscribe to the group as well. Richard, remind me, please, how much is it for the subscription? Oh, a donation. Sorry, I've got it wrong. It's a donation. And it's £1.50 to give a donation, and it helps keep the channel going. It helps us to be able to give you the readings. So I hopefully you're able to do that. Justine Day, I really need some help with my mother. Would love a reading, please. Right, Justine Day, is the first comment I'm seeing. I am going to come to you first. Just before I make a start, I'm using two different sets of cards. One of them, a very good friend of mine, Elizabeth Crowther, gave me a set of her oracle cards that she created, which I love using, but I will also possibly be using my Light Seers Tarot deck as well. Oh, they're beautiful. I mean, the colours in these. It's the strength. It's the strength card. It's got the lamb at the bottom for like the new beginnings, the lion, the strength, following your heart. They're beautiful cards. I mean, the colours in these cards are amazing. Don't be put off by this one. It's the Three of Hearts, the Three of Swords. Sorry, I apologise. But then you've got the Ace of Cups. I mean, how beautiful is that? So I love using both decks. But please excuse me, I've got a little bit of a cough tonight, but I am okay. So without further ado, we shall get going. So Justine, I'm going to come to you first. Really need some help with my mother. Would love a reading. Okay. Takes me a little while to link him. I feel like the frustration is on a communication kind of level, if that makes any sense at all. I feel like there's conversations that need to be had, but there's also decisions or choices that are needing to be made as well. I don't know if this is making any sense or not. I hope it does. If you can give me any confirmation, I'd appreciate it. I'm not sure if this is on I don't feel like it's on necessarily a medical level. This feels more like on an emotional level, and I feel like it's just been a bit difficult, or it's a bit of a roller coaster, and has been, I want to say, for probably about the last 2 or 3 months. Please forgive me if I'm speaking out of turn. I hope this is making sense. The reason why we, as mediums, will ask for confirmation is because if anyone ever claims that they can do a 100% true reading, this is my personal opinion. I'm sorry, they're lying. They can't, because I always say we're not God, we're not superhuman, and Christ, I'm a bloke. But you should expect a high 80s, 90s wise, percentage wise of accuracy. And I've just made Richard laugh with that comment there. But I do like to try and get as close to the truth, and it is on an emotional level. Thank you for the confirmation. I feel like you've got to look after your own energy. I am being told that you need to kind of step back from this, because it doesn't matter how you try to reason. It's like I'm not being heard, or I'm not being valued, or my opinion isn't counting. I'm sorry, I don't mean this to sound disrespectful or rude. I hope it's making sense. I do, if I'm perfectly honest with you, Justine, this isn't the first time. This feels like it comes in cycles. It's like it goes this way, and then it'll tail off and go a bit calm, and then all of a sudden it starts picking up again. And I just feel like it. Don't feel guilty for looking after you. Now, I've got a gentleman here with me in spirit who's got great strength and a huge amount of love for you. Don't know if it's father or grandfather. See, I'm being more drawn to a fatherly love. I'm going to ask a delicate question, and please forgive me again if I'm wrong. Just because I might be asking if it's your father in spirit, it doesn't always necessarily. I'm spot on. Thank you for the confirmation about the cycle. Is dad in spirit though? Because I've got a fatherly love that wants to come forward and just say you've got to do what's right for you. It's like you give and give and give and give and give, and excuse me. It's like I haven't really got any more energy left to give. And I just feel like, and I'm being told to say, stick to your guns on this one as well, because this time round feels a lot worse than any previous times. They're not going to give me too much information because it is a public platform, and I don't want to get too personal about this. Is that the confirmation of your dad in spirit? Because I feel like it is. And I want to say, he's giving you the strength and the support. He passes 5 months ago. I am so sorry for your loss. Right, guys, if you're able to, I want to flood this page with a load of love hearts. And this goes out to anybody that is needing it right at this moment. Let's share that love. Let's share that healing. It might only be a tap of a button is the thought process, but it's the intention that you're putting into that tap of a button is what the energy is that's getting passed out to everyone. Your dad wants you to know he's very much at peace. He's certainly not suffering anymore. He did pass very, very quickly, and I do feel like it was a little bit unexpected. It wasn't necessarily we weren't expecting him to pass when he did. Sorry, I hope this is making sense. But he wants you to know he is very much at peace. He is seeing and hearing what's going on, and you are to stick to your guns because you are in the right. I hope this is making sense. He's grateful for that you've managed to carry his wishes out, or he's grateful that you've managed to do as much as you can. I hope this is making sense, Justine. I really, really do. He loves the fact that you put one of his photos into a new photo frame, and it's actually in like pride of place in your front room. And he loves the fact that you've been talking to it on a day-to-day basis, or you've certainly been talking to him on a day-to-day basis. There has been, and this is going to sound very much like a cliche, but there has been a robin coming to your back door, and he's saying it is me. It's letting you know, you love nature, you love the wildlife. Your dad would have been the same. He would have loved nature and loved the wildlife too. So for him to come back as a bird and keep pestering you by your back door, that's his kind of way of saying it is me. Could you maybe throw some bread out and just give me a few crumbs so I've got something to eat? I feel like that's his kind of sense of humour. I don't feel like he would have necessarily believed in anything in what I'm doing tonight, but he's definitely got an interest now going, because he was someone that would have loved to have learned new things. And he's sort of peering over my shoulder going, so what's all this then? What are you doing here kind of thing? So there is that. I have put his picture in the new frame. Thank you for the confirmation as well. This year is going to be a lot better for you. He keeps talking about, are you trying to sell his car at the moment? There's someone trying to sell a car. They're finding it a little bit difficult at the moment, but he said the car will get sold before the end of January. Don't know if that makes any sense. Hope it does, because it was very precise in the way it's coming forward. Give your mum, okay, he's saying, how do I say that? Okay, don't mean this in a disrespectful way. I feel like he would have known that your mum isn't always the easiest. And I don't mean this disrespectfully, I don't mean this rudely. But he's saying your mum, he would have known that your mum isn't always the easiest person. But he says just give her a little bit of time, give her a little bit of time, but give her the space that she needs at the moment. And it's like, excuse me, I feel like he was never one for really having a confrontation or an argument. Not sure about the car. Okay, just be mindful about it. Is someone selling an old car? Why is he saying someone selling? I don't know what it is about the car. He's talking about someone selling an old car. I have to give what I get because it doesn't always necessarily make sense right now, but it might do by the end of January. Hopefully it will. But he is saying give her the space, give her the time. That's the most important thing. Now, am I right in saying, Justin, you've got a brother as well? Because I feel like he's talking about a sibling, and I just feel, and I do feel like it's a brother. Would that make any sense? Because I feel like your brother, I don't know if he's trying to get in the, I don't know if he's trying to help or if he's trying to get involved. But again, just my mum has never been an easy person. Okay, thank you for the confirmation. Like I said, I didn't want to be rude. Getting something about a brother. Now, I feel like I don't, it's like, just feel like there might be, yes, you have a brother. Is he trying to get in the middle? Is he trying to, I don't know if he's trying to stir it, but I feel like he's trying to build a bridge between you both or something. But he's just sort of saying, look, it's like, I want to say, it's like, I feel like he's trying to help, but he's not helping. It's not helping the situation. I don't know if that makes any sense or not. I hope it does. But I don't think it's being in a disrespectful way. I just don't think it's actually helping. And I feel like there might be a gentle conversation that's needed with him, if that makes any sense or not. I hope it does. I'm going to pull you a quick card for you, Justine. And the card I'm being drawn to is Page of Pentacles. Where's the camera? There it is. Page of Pentacles. And it's all about balance. You've got to look after your own energy. Look after you. Do what's right for you. Get yourself in balance. It will put everything else into balance eventually. Excuse me. I do feel come the end of January, beginning of February, there will be a bit more communication between you and your mum on a better footing. Justine, I hope that makes sense, and thank you for letting me link in with you tonight, and thank you for the confirmation you have given. Who have we got next, please? I'm just going to have a little bit more of my juice. Justine, you're more than welcome, and thank you. Not a problem. No, that's absolutely cool. Hi, Craig Nash. Craig, actually, I'm going to come to you, mate. Craig, I do want to come to you. I don't know if you've got a particular question or not, but the first thing, as soon as I saw your picture, was new work is coming in by February, March. And I'm being told to say, don't give up hope. And I feel like you either should be working for yourself or you're left alone to get on and do the job. I don't necessarily. I want to say you should be. I want to say you're working for yourself because that's where I'm being more drawn to. And I just want to say there's either new avenues or new learning coming in, or there's new. It's like new work is coming in the end of February, beginning of March. I want to say that you're very much you love working with your hands. I do feel like it's quite a physical job, so I wouldn't have ruled out like a builder or a mechanic or something along those lines because I feel like I'm getting tools around you. But I feel like I'm either looking at new courses or new ways of working. Does any of this make any sense to you at all so far, please, Craig? Hopefully it does. But they're saying that next year could do with new work. Okay, thank you. So they're saying really this next year is going to be a lot busier than this year was, and it is starting from the end of February, beginning of March. I feel like there's new contracts, new clients, and it's opening up new doorways for you as well. It might be having to go a little bit further afield than you wanted to, but by doing that, it's bigger jobs. It's going to be more. It's more profitable in the end, even if the distance is a little bit further away. Haven't been happy in the job. Okay. But am I right in saying though you are quite a practical person, and it's like, why am I seeing tools around you? I feel like I've got tools around me. Does that make any sense at all? Excuse me. So I don't know if, see, I feel like you should be. I feel like there's something physical or something in that sense that you could be doing, and I feel like it's a new venture or a new journey, and I do feel like it is going that little bit further afield. I don't know if this is making sense or not. I hope it does. But you're someone that doesn't give up. You're always looking for the positive in everything. It's like you won't sit there and sit in self pity, or it's like playing the victim isn't in your vocabulary at all, which is the most important thing. And you're always one for lifting other people up. And I feel like with the job that you're in, yes, I want to train as a plumber. Right, go for it. Please go for it. And I want to say, start this by the end of February, beginning of March, because it won't take you long to pick it up, and there is new work coming in as well. And I'm generally handy. Thank you for the confirmation on that. Don't put it off this year. You did put it off last. It's weird that I'm saying last year. It was only yesterday, but you did kind of put it off this kind of time last year, or the end of January last year. You put it off. This year, do not put it off. Go for it. It's the right thing to do. It really, really is. It's going to give you the freedom that you need, and it's going to give you that better work-life balance. One of the issues I feel like you've got going on in the job you're doing at the moment, though, is because you're a very honest person. It's like you'll always speak your mind, but you'll always speak the truth. And it's not about being rude. It's just that you don't do falseness. You don't do deception, so to speak. I did put it off last year. Thank you for the confirmation. But don't make sure you do it this year. It's the right thing to do. Please do it. But what I want to say is, when it comes to your line of work, people aren't liking the fact that you're speaking your truth, you're speaking your mind, because you can see how to do your job better. But I've got people that are basically putting blocks in the way that's stopping me from doing my job at its most efficient, because they're too, excuse my French, but they're pig-headed and stubborn. And I want to say, I don't see you staying where you are. So there's two changes coming. One, I can see you doing your plumbing course. Two, I can see you wanting to bring more of your, I wouldn't rule out, maybe looking at starting your own handyman kind of business, because I can also see you doing like landscape gardening, or you can redo people's gardens for them. Like I say, you can kind of put your hand to anything. And I just feel like there is an opportunity to kind of start your own business at the same time, still learning the plumbing trade, but bringing work in that way as well. And I just feel like it's something that could actually, it's like they're saying to me, sit down with that notepad and pen, sit down with that plan, because there is support around you that would actually encourage you to do this as well. So I hope this is all making sense. I am going to ask another delicate question as well. No, Dad's still here, I feel. So grandfather from Dad's side of the family. I want to say you've either looked up to him when you were younger. I have thought about doing it. Thank you for the confirmation. What I want to say is, grandfather from Dad's side of the family, you looked up to him. He was a very practical man himself as well. So I want to say your personality follows his a lot, and he just wants you to know he's proud of you. And I feel like you've got some of his tools, and he says, use my tools. It's like he's handing you his bag of tools, going, this will get you started. This will get you on your way. I don't know if that makes any sense or not. I hope it does. I am going to pull a couple of cards, or I'm going to pull a card for you now, see what we get. Here we go. And the card I got for you, we've got the Hermit, which is very much about sitting there, planning, processing, but following your heart. It's about it's the hardest thing in the world, trusting and believing in yourself. It's never easy. It's certainly not egotistical. You're bloody good at what you do. And you're very much a perfectionist as well. So you will always make sure you do your best. That's something that's always been important for you, is that if you're going to do a job, you're going to do it to your best. And this is why it's the right time for you. I've got the Justice card, so there's new contracts coming in as well. So that would be the new line of work. And then I've actually also got the King of Wands, which is saying you've got the strength and the determination to do this. Never knew Granddad, but Dad has passed. Okay. apart from it being your grandfather, everything I said about your dad's that personality, would that match your dad? Because this bloke is coming through going, I'm proud of you, here's my tools, I want to see you get on your way. He would want to encourage you, he would want to push you forward. I hope that makes sense. But the King of Wands is saying you've got the strength, you've got the determination, you've got the focus to do it. This is the right time. And one of the biggest things that I'm actually getting from one of my guides that's coming through for you, which is my grandfather, and he's saying the right time will never come unless you make it the right time. So yes, it might seem like it'll be difficult to start with. That was handy. Okay, thank you. Because that was the kind of character that I was getting coming through, and he wants to push you forward. What my grandfather is trying to say is you sometimes have to make it the right time because it never always becomes the right time. But the moment you start living it, within a matter of weeks, it'll become the normal and it then becomes the right time. So I hope that makes sense, Craig. Thank you for letting me link in with you. I truly, truly appreciate it. And I wish you all the best for 24. Who we got next, please? Thank you. Hi, Leanne. Hope you're keeping well. Hi, Julie. Actually, can we go back to Julie, please? Could I have a Julie? I'm going to ask a delicate question. Are you asking for a reading based on love? Because I feel like there's either a new relationship coming in. I feel like I'm either ready for a new relationship, or if you're in an existing relationship, it's going to a deeper level because there's been better communication recently. But I'm going to be honest, I feel more drawn to that there is potentially a new relationship kind of starting. Would that make any sense to you at all, Julie? If you can give me any confirmation on that, I'd truly, truly appreciate it. But it's like I'm also finding happiness in myself. I feel like I'm finding me again. I'm finding my strength. I'm speaking my voice. I'm speaking my truth. And I'm being me again, which is the most important thing. I also feel like I'm looking for a new hobby or a new interest. I do feel like you are a bit spiritual. You're looking at following a bit more of your spiritual path as well in an existing relationship. Okay, but has communication got better in the last 2 to 3 months? Because they're saying it's gone to a deeper level. That's what I feel. So it does kind of make the relationship feel a little bit new again, if that makes any sense at all. Hope it does. Very happy. Brilliant. But I do feel like I'm looking for that new hobby, that new interest, looking at wanting to follow my spiritual path a bit more as well. You love encouraging and lifting other people up, and you're very much a counselor for other people. Now, is the yep about the relationship? I'm just wanting confirmation on that because I have a delay. So then I start talking, I'm like, oh, what's the yes to? I'm never sure. Trust me, I never know what day of the week I'm on, let alone where I am at this moment in time. But no, they're saying this is the right path for you now. This is like giving yourself that time. It's like I've got to make that little bit of space, that little bit of time for myself. I'm also being shown as well, talking of a house move. Both, to be honest, thank you for the confirmation. That works. But they're also talking about a house move that's being talked about. I don't think any plans are actually in place at the moment, but I do feel like it's like, we could actually start maybe looking. I feel like a new location or a relocation is coming. I want to be a million miles away from where you're living at the moment. And I don't think it's decorating. I don't think it's anything to do with the house you're in at the moment. But I do feel like there's a move that is coming around April, May. We're not in a rush, but it's like it would be nice to have that little bit of extra space. I also feel like I want a bit more of a garden or a bit more of the outdoors. You love being out in nature. That is actually one of your favourites. It's where you switch off. It's where you unwind. And I just feel like there is new opportunities coming for you. I love mentoring people and interested in spirit. Thank you so much. I do feel, though, if you ever did join a development circle, you would be more interested in training as a medium and then doing the platform work as well. We are planning a move in 18 months. Julie, I'm not going to be... I think it might be a bit sooner than 18 months. Just because you'll see an opportunity. All I'm going to say is, have a look now. Just keep your eyes open. Keep an open mind. because I feel like there's a new opportunity coming in around the end of April, beginning of May, and I could see the move happening then around June, July. But I just feel like it's too good an opportunity to miss. Like I say, we're never always right, but that's what I've got. That's what I'm being given. But yeah, I could see you actually wanting to learn more of a mediumistic and doing platform work, and they're saying you've got the confidence to do it, you've got the skills to do it. You know, it's the area you should be going down. I'm just going to pull you a card out and see what we've got. So I've got the Ace of. I don't see that. I ain't got my glasses, believe it or not. Ace of Swords. Sorry. It's like I'm always thinking of new ideas, but with this one, it's like don't let the over worrying kick in. It's great that you got plans. It's like we're definitely having things to look forward to. We're definitely moving forward, but at the same time, don't let it over worry you. That's really good to know. Thank you for the confirmation on that. I am going to pull you one more card out as well. So I do feel like there's another one meant to come out for you. Let's have a look, see what we've got. Eight of Cups. It's all about letting go of the past. That's something that's been massively going on over the last 18 months. Huge amounts of healing, huge amounts of letting go of the past. This move will close a chapter and allow that new chapter, that new journey, that new beginning to come into it as well. When it comes to your partner as well, I don't know if he's been working towards a promotion or something, but they're showing me either a promotion or extra responsibility, which will bring in a bit more money for him. And I want to say that's coming in around about February, March as well. I don't know if he's got like tests or there's like new training. It's like there's either new training, tests or exams or something along those lines that I feel that is coming in, and he's like, I'm going to pass those, then there's the next promotion. Julie, I hope that makes sense, and thank you for letting me link in with you. I truly, truly appreciate it. Okay, who we got next? Excuse me. Thanks, Monica. Hi, Stacey F. Hope you're well. Thank you. My voice is going great. Becky Lloyd, I hope you're keeping well. Happy New Year to you too. Thanks, Doc. Thanks, Doc. Thanks. Rogar, that's great. That makes me laugh. Hi, Ampede. I hope you're keeping well. Who have we got next? Craig, a plumber is great job, profession. Go for it. You can do it. Sheila, that's fantastic. I love it when other people are encouraging other people on here, because that's what it's all about. It's about that lifting and supporting each other up. Simone, you'd love a reading. Okay, Simone, let's come to you. Let's see what we've got. I'm actually being told to swap my deck of cards. So you're going to use my friend Beth Travers. I'm going to be using her deck. And they're amazing cards, I have to say. I really do love these. Right, Simone. Simone, I feel like you're someone that likes to keep yourself to yourself a lot. It's like I'm very private with my thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and I like to keep everything inside, but you do pick up on people very quickly, very easily. You know within the first 5 minutes of talking to someone if you like them or not. And I feel like I'm wanting to break out of my comfort zone a little bit. This year is about putting new challenges or trying something new. I feel like there's a little bit of an adventurous side inside. It's like, come on, let's go and try something new. Let's go give something new a go. So I don't know if you've been looking at new courses or new classes or new training or something along those lines, but they're saying this is the right time to do it. And it's about trying to give yourself that little bit of chance to do it as well. But it needs to be fun. I feel like I don't know if it's something to do with fitness or not, but it's like I'm in a group environment, meeting new people. I want to make some new friends. It's like I'm ready to reconnect with different people now. I just feel like I just feel like I'm breaking out my comfort zone. Simone, does any of this make sense to you at all? If you give me any confirmation, I truly, truly appreciate it. So I'm going to just carry on trying to link in. But there's new opportunities coming for you. And I do feel like, say that again, don't hold yourself back. That's the feeling I've got. I want to say, don't hold yourself back on this. So I hope this is making sense. And there is a new circle of friendships, or there's 2 or 3 new people that are coming into your life over the next 3 months. They're going to be really strong rocks for you as well. And I just feel like I'm excited about this. I don't know if this is making any sense or not. Sadly, I'm not getting any confirmation at the moment, but hopefully you will eventually. I'm going to put a quick card for you. And the card I've pulled for you, which kind of does fit in with what I'm saying, is be your authentic self. So it's stepping out of the comfort zone, it's being me, and there is new friendships coming in. There is new challenges, and I want to say just go for it. Simone, I'm sorry that there was no feedback. I hope the message makes sense, and I truly appreciate you joining the live tonight. Are we okay to go to a break, Richard? Christine, thank you so much. The sound is quite poor, but I can hear him well enough. I'm glad you can hear me, Serendipity. I truly appreciate it. Goes in and out, kind of strange. I'm not sure what's going on there. Oh, okay, so I need to be a bit closer. No worries. I have got headphones. I just left them at home. That was the only thing. Are we able to do a break? Is that okay? Yeah, that's great. Right, guys, I will see you very shortly, and we'll start the second half soon.
MySpiritualDirectory.com is one of the fastest growing online free listing service. Our search directory offers geolocation feature, rating ability, review system, map location, customer comment, YouTube video, gallery, social media sharing, direct contact with the lister, simple online booking and payment system. It's free to register and use. It even creates your own mini web page, which you can update at any time, and yes, it's still free, no monthly or yearly fees. 100% free. Creates your own profile page. Add social media and other links. Add a mini gallery and a YouTube video. Rating, reviews and comments. Includes online booking and payments. So, if you're looking for a medium or a reader, even a church, maybe a healer, or any other spiritual service, then visit myspiritualdirectory.com.
Hey, thank you all for still sticking with us, and I'm looking forward to being back. Now, I actually had an interesting, I did a live last night, and I had a very, very interesting question that I would like to share the question and the answer that I actually got from one of my main spirit guides, because I feel like it's quite important for this time of year as well. And there was someone on my live, Kelly Hitchens, if I remember the name was right. And she said, is there a message from Spirit what they would like us to do this year going forward? And I asked my guides and I turned around and talked about it. Now, I don't know if anyone knows, but I'm always banging on probably quite a bit about a gratitude diary or a manifestation book. And this is a fantastic tool that I found that has helped me over the years. And when I've shared this information on with others, they've come back and said how much it's helped them as well. And what it is basically get a diary or a notepad that you really have thought about choosing from the, from various different like stationery shops or wherever. And what you do for the first week, every day of that week, I always say do it about 10 minutes before you go to bed, before you go to sleep. So have it by your bed. I want you to write down 5 positive things that have happened on that day. So it might be something like a cup of coffee was great, you had a nice warm shower, you had green lights on the way to work, sun was shining, birds were singing, someone said hello, someone brought you a bacon roll or something like that. So for the first week, you write 5 down every day. The second week, you write 10. The third week, you write 15. You might see the pattern that's going on with this. By the 4th week, you're writing 20 positive things a day. Before you start week 5, I always say read back through the previous month, because you'll see where little switches have changed on how your mental well-being, how you're seeing the world, how you might be feeling brighter or lighter. And I always think this is a really, really good tool to use. Now, I hate the terminology of good and bad luck. It's not good and bad luck. We are magnets to energy at the end of the day. And there is positive energy and there is negative energy. Now, what I mean by this is there's been mornings where I've got up, got out of bed, nearly tripped over the cat, stepped on a piece of Lego, probably scolded or nearly fell over in the shower, ended up spilling a coffee down my t-shirt or shirt or getting ready for work, and I'm finding that traffic is a nightmare on the way to work. What we've done from the nearly point of tripping over the cat, stepping on the Lego, we're focusing on the negative. So we're bringing that negative energy in. If you get out of bed and nearly trip over the cat, but the cat has run off, sit back down on the bed for 2 minutes, just 2 minutes. You're sat there going, well, actually, okay, I haven't broke my neck from the cat. The cat's still alive, and he's looking at me sheepishly, just wanting its breakfast. Oh, look, there's a piece of Lego in the doorway. Well, I know I'm not going to step on that bit of Lego. I then go for a shower. I've got a nice warm shower. I've got myself ready for work. I'm having a nice coffee in the morning. I go to work. I'm feeling uplifted. I'm feeling bright. I might find that I've got green lights all the way to work. So I get to work 10 minutes early. I'm having a chat with whoever about their weekend, and I'm feeling brighter and happier and happier. You've changed your mindset. You've changed your energy. You've changed what you're bringing in. Now, don't get me wrong. We are human. We all have bad days, but bad days don't last forever. That's the most important thing. And some of the people that I've told about this gratitude diary as well, you know, it's like it has helped them change the mood because they're focusing on, or they're looking for the positives. Because when you think about it, I mean, at the moment, I'm talking about week 4, 20 positive things. That could be a real challenge at the moment, but you're just focusing on 5. Because you start focusing for it, you're bringing that energy towards you. So then you start getting more and more and more. Like I say, sometimes you might only find 1, but make sure you write that 1 down because that is equally as important as finding 5, 10, 15 or 20. And it also works on the same as well, especially like, say, over the next day or two, when you get your book, write down a list of what you want to achieve this year. Might be wanting to find happiness. It might be wanting to find a relationship, move house, new job, more time for me with family. But it can also be, well, I want to earn more, or I want to learn something new, or I want to go on more holidays. So write your lists of what you're wanting to achieve this year. And then when you get to the beginning of February, read back through that list of what you've achieved in January and tick them off before you start your new list for February. And don't forget, what you haven't achieved yet, you can carry over into February. You don't have to forget about it, but you can probably add more to it. So that was the advice that that was what my guide was actually wanting to share with everyone on a collective level last night. And I felt like this is equally as important to share it on here. So I hope that gives something for everybody. And you know what? I'm sure Richard won't mind me saying, but we would love to hear what you guys have also achieved over the coming 12 months. It's nice to share. It's nice to share our successes with each other as well. So, or you might have some advice to help someone else achieve their goals. That's also equally important. So I hope that helps. And thank you for listening to me waffling on for about the last 5 minutes. Okay, let's see who we got next for a reading, if that's cool, please. Just waiting to see some names coming up. Hi, Serendipity. Thank you. I love that gratitude is daily practice. Stacey, thank you so much. And yeah, I mean, so they do. Hi, Jade. I was going to say Monty. No, it is Minty, but that's great. Thank you. Hope you're well, Jade. And I'm sure Bean's with you as well. So hello, Bean. Hi, Tortoise Love. Antoinette McKinney. Hi. Who we got next? Okay, Becky, let's come to you. I've actually had a card jump out for you. Because I said when the card fell, who will be the next person? If anything comes through tonight, I'd love to hear. Okay, Becky. I have pulled the 8 of Swords for you. And I feel like there's a lot of self-reflection going on. There's a lot of looking in myself, a lot of looking at what I'm wanting. Funny enough, I feel like this kind of relates to what I was just talking about. Wanting to make changes, wanting to make improvements, and then trying to find a way of trying to put it all together and achieve the new goals, or find the new me, or find, releasing myself into the new challenges. And I feel like they're saying to me, you love writing a list. So actually make it into a list formation would actually break it down rather than it feeling like it's all at once. Because I do feel like you're wanting to change career. And I also feel like you're also looking at wanting to move as well. Or I don't know if it's move, but it might be redecorating. It's like I'm ready to bring that new energy in, because I feel like there's been a huge amount of healing, letting go of the past over the last 6 months. And I've kind of found me again, and I'm not being taken for granted anymore. So I've got really good boundaries in place. But it's like I'm ready to make these new changes or put myself first. Becky, I don't know if this is making any sense or not. Hopefully you can give me some confirmation, please, because I'd really, really appreciate it. I've got a lady that's wanting to come forward. You do love lists. Does the other stuff I say as well make sense? Hopefully it does. I've got a lady that's wanting to come forward for you, and I do feel like it's grandmother off mum's side of the family. She's coming through with a huge amount of love. She's very much a spade's a spade. There is a kind of, there's an honesty with her. I feel like if you asked her for an opinion, she'd give you an honest answer. But it would always come from the heart, if that makes sense. And she was never one for giving up. It was like, you've got her strength, you've got her determination, and excuse me. She's also saying, remember to look after your own energy, because I do feel like you are being a bit of a counsellor for other people. I want to say there's 2 friends that you're trying to help at the moment, and started a new job in June, but being ill since July. I'm so sorry to hear that, and I hope the illness is going to start getting better for you. But don't be, and what I want to say is, she's saying one of them is trying to help themselves, one of them could do a little bit more work for themselves as well. And I just feel like you are someone that's always looking for the positive. You are always someone that tries to look for the brightness in any of the difficulties that are around, if that makes any sense at all. She's extremely proud of you. She keeps talking. I don't know if you've got a pug or not, but I've just literally had like a little pug handed to me. So I don't know if you're looking at getting a dog or if you've already got one, but I feel like there's a pug coming into your life. I don't know if that makes sense or not. I hope it does. But she's laughing about it, going, it will make you laugh. And that's what I feel like. She was always one for trying to make you laugh, if that makes any sense or not. I hope it does. And she says you love your animals. You love that, being outdoors as well. I'm definitely one to look at the positives. I know you've mentioned, sadly, you've been ill. No dogs, but love dogs. Well, I'm not ruling out a pug coming into your life around April. But I want to say, though, it's one of those where I'm sorry to hear that you've been ill, but again, you still don't let it beat you. You still try to push yourself as much as you can. And she's proud of you for doing that as well. So I hope that makes sense. She loves the fact that you talk to her on a day-to-day basis, or there isn't a day goes by that you don't think about her. And I do feel like, what's the smell you're giving me? I've got 2 smells coming through. I don't know if they're going to make sense or not. One of them's vanilla, and the other one is lavender. So I'm not sure if these are, well, I know lavender's flowers, but with the vanilla, I don't know why I've got this like vanilla kind of smell coming through. But she's saying you can kind of tell when she's around, because you get these smells that come through that's like a perfume smell, and that's her way of letting you know she's there. You love animals. I do feel like you do love animals. Excuse me. But she's very much saying that she's very much there for you. So I hope this is all making sense. I really, really do. I am going to pull you another quick card for you as well. Priorities. Sorting my priorities out. I feel like I just need to kind of restructure my day a little bit better, because that will help with moving forward at the same time as well. Becky Lloyd, I hope that makes sense, and thank you so much for letting me read for you tonight. I really do appreciate it. Who have we got next, please? Mm-hmm. Go for it. That would be brilliant. Sorry, I'm having a chat with Richard. He's just making some funny jokes for anyone. Hi, Jesse. Hope you're well. Would love a message from my family feeling very alone this year. Right, Stacey, let's come to you. I'm actually going to use these cards again. And the first thing I'm getting is now I know we start getting all the holiday ads and everything else, but I do feel like over the last week you've kind of been sitting there thinking, I need some winter sun. You do like the sunshine in the winter. You're not a fan of the dark nights, dark mornings. So I do feel like I'm looking at wanting to try and get a short trip away. I feel around February, March. Excuse me. And now I'm being told that it's the right thing to do. Now, I've got a lady that's coming forward from you, and I'm going to ask a very, very delicate question now. Please give me if I'm wrong. Can I ask, is mum in spirit? Because she's coming through with this motherly love saying, you deserve to treat yourself. You've been working hard, and you deserve to have this little bit of time off. You don't like taking time off. Now, I am going to feel like a little bit of a hypocrite when I say this, because I'm not brilliant at taking time off. So true. I'm from San Diego and I live in New York now. Too little sunlight. Thank you for the confirmation. Yes, 24 years this month. Well, Mum wants you to know she's very, very much with you, and she always has been. But she's saying, remember to take time off. So I feel like there's been a trip about wanting to go back to where you used to live. I want to go back and visit where I used to live, and that's been a feeling of yours for about the last 7 or 8 months. She said it's the right thing to do. It would do you the world of good. There's a friendship there that I would like to maybe try and catch up with again as well. I don't know if there's been a reconnection with an old friend, but that's what it feels like. So I don't know if that's been something talked about. Your line of work, I feel like I'm stuck in an office and I'm dealing with lots of paperwork, and it's kind of frustrating me. I don't know if you're looking at spreadsheets or accounts. It's like I've got numbers jumping all over the place. Does that make any sense at all? Because one of the things she's also saying is you need to delegate more in what you're doing as well. It's like, I don't mean this in a disrespectful way. You're very much a perfectionist, and it's like, well, if I give someone else the job to do, they don't do it right, I've got to blame them. But if I don't do it right, I've only got me to blame. But she's saying it's okay to delegate. It's okay to give some work to others. They can do the work. Yes, 2 jobs. Not crazy about the office job. I am an accountant. Okay, thank you. So that's why I'm seeing all the numbers in the paperwork. But they're saying delegate. You know, you don't have to take on as much as you're doing. And it's time to start saying no, or it's time to start stepping back a little bit. Hope this is making sense. I don't think you're going to be staying in New York, if I'm perfectly honest with you. Again, this trip going back home, I feel like there's been thoughts or thinking about actually in the next 2 years of wanting to move back to where you used to live because you used to love it there. The work won't be as busy, but you will be happier, is what I keep getting told. So I do feel like, and it's not that I'm looking at it as a step back. That's my intention this year. I need to stop giving so much. Thank you for the confirmation. I don't necessarily, moving back home, it's not necessarily moving backwards. It's still moving forwards, but you'll see it with new eyes. You'll see it with a new, it is this newness because you're not the person you was when you left. But you're going back much stronger and much happier. And I just feel like it's like I actually do want. I don't see you staying in New York. I feel like this is going to sound really ridiculous when I say this. It's too peoply for me. We've been talking about the move and the pandemic happened. I think it's still in our future. Thank you for the confirmation. But it does. I know. I'm sure New York is really peoply, but it does. It feels like I really have to look after my energy when I step out my front door because it is so energetically peoply, if that makes any sense at all. I hope it does. But I do feel like there's another trip being talked about, but later on in the year, around August, September. Are you looking at wanting to come to Europe? Actually, I wouldn't rule out coming to London, if I'm perfectly honest with you. I feel like there's been talks of wanting to come to the UK for a holiday. And I wouldn't rule that out around August time, if I'm honest. I feel like it's like, you know what, we've worked hard for what we've got. we deserve to start treating ourselves a little bit. I hope this makes sense. I really, really do. I have had a card fall out for you called Spiritual Enlightenment. Yes, I say that all the time. Thank you for the confirmation. But I have had a card fall out for you called Spiritual Enlightenment. You are embarking on a new spiritual path yourself as well. So I don't know if you've learned Reiki or some form of healing. I feel like that's a new venture that you're wanting to go. I have been wanting to travel, just a dream now, but soon we will. Well, I do feel like it's happening later this year. So I do feel like that's coming. Coming back to your spiritual work, though, I do feel like there is a new venture, new doorways. It's like I feel like what I want to say is in the next 6 to 8 weeks, you're going to either go into a crystal shop, a spiritual shop, but you're connecting with someone who you really connect with, who's going to kind of mentor you a little bit as well. Healing mediumships are disconnected now. Right, well, I see you going back to it. Start looking for a spiritual shop near where you live, because I feel like you're going to find one that you're going to connect with someone in there, and they're going to help mentor you back on your path, is what I keep getting shown. And you're ready for it now. This is the thing, you are ready for it now. Don't give up on your dreams. Believe in your daydreams. They're most important. That's what we live for. We don't live to pay our taxes. We don't live to pay our utility bills. We don't live to go into our work, but we do live to try and follow our dreams. And that is something that I think 2024 is going to allow, hopefully, allow a lot of people to be able to start to try and follow their dreams. And I think it is a mindset thing in a lot of ways as well. And I do feel that it is time for you to start following your dreams. I do feel like you're in a relationship where it's very much one of balance and you lift each other. But I feel like you're sort of saying to your partner, right, we're doing this, we're going. But he's okay to follow you and do this. He's got the same, in a sense, he's got a similar set of dreams and goals himself. Does he, I want to say he misses playing golf, or he wants to take golfer. Don't know if that makes any sense, but your mum's laughing about golf clubs. Don't know why. I've just been shown golf. Stacey, I hope that makes sense, and I hope you enjoyed your reading this evening, and thank you for joining us from the States. Who have we got next, please? Hi, Millie B. I'm loving the photo, by the way, of all the different kind of crystals. Hi, Stacey. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Sophie Manville. Thank you for joining us. He does. He used to play golf and got worse as it went on. Thank you for the confirmation, because I must admit, those are the bits where I love it when Spirit gives us that little bit that, you know, what I do, I sometimes sit here thinking, am I a crazy person with voices in my head, or am I getting something right? Hi, Jennifer. Thank you for joining us this evening as well. Face red heart shape. Oh, I like that, Christine. Thank you. Okay, who we got next? Hi, Sophie. Tortoise Love, I want to come to you, if that's okay. Tortoise Love, I'm going to come to you. First thing I've got for you, Tortoise Love. It sounds weird. Sorry. I'm loving the picture, by the way. I feel like I'm needing to look after me a little bit more at the moment. I feel like I need to give myself that little bit of time and not feel guilty for having a bit of a rest. I want to say, don't feel guilty for having a day off. It's like you feel like you've always got to be on the go. You've always got to be there for other people. And they're saying, no, you don't. You are entitled to go no, and you're entitled to close the door. And I feel like this is something that you're going to be learning a little bit more over the next coming months, because it is about looking after you. There is a good circle of friends around you, or a good support family around you as well. It might only be a small circle, but it's a good circle, is what I'm being shown. Sure, it's more than okay. It really, really, thank you. It really, really is. But what I want to say is it's, oh, okay. I've just had a card fall out for you, and the card I've got is Time to Write. So I don't know if you've started journaling, or there's a book inside that you should be writing, or that you've thought about wanting to write a book. But I do feel like this year is the kind of year to start doing that. Maybe you'll start the gratitude diary that I was talking about 20 minutes ago. because I just feel like it's like I want to start putting plans down. I want to start putting future plans down now as well. I feel like you're also looking at wanting to move house. Home doesn't quite feel like home anymore, and I feel like I'm wanting a new location. I don't think it's a million miles away from where you're living. I feel like it would be within an hour of where you're living, but maybe like a new town or something like that. But I do feel like that's coming in around June, July time is what I'm being shown for those new beginnings. I hope this is all making sense. I've also been told to say as well, January is not great, but you are strong enough to get through it. It's like just keep working one day at a time, one day at a time. It's just lifting your energy up. I hope this is all making sense. I hope I'm not speaking disrespectfully or anything like that, because I'd never want to do that. I'm going to pull you another quick card as well. See what else we get come through for you. Looking forward, yes, I found online tribe. They are amazing. Thank you so much for the confirmation. I've got look forward, the best is yet to come. And I love this card. I mean, that lake is absolutely amazing. The view is stunning. And I feel like this year I've started working on some projects as well. Well, thank you for the confirmation on that, because this year is very much about you moving forward, I want to, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but I'm getting more confidence. I'm starting to believe in myself more. I'm starting to follow my heart and do what's right for me. The projects that you're working on as well, they're definitely the right things. You do like being busy, but it's being busy at your own comfortable speed. And that's the most important thing as well. But they are saying that these new projects, though, are allowing you to meet new people again as well. So I do feel like, yes, it's great. You've got a great online community already, but I'm also seeing people much closer to home who you can see in person. I'm seeing 2 or 3 new people that you're going to be meeting come April, May. So I don't know if you've been looking at going to like any psychic fairs or craft fairs or something along those lines, but I feel like I'm ready to kind of go out and meet people that way as well. Hope this is all making sense. I'm just going to pull you one more card for you as well. And home is where you park it. It's been very hard past 6 months, but I feel lately heavily protected, so hopefully it will be better year than previous one. I do feel like it will be. There is a new home, and I do feel like that home will come. And I feel like that, and the moving of the house is very much that closure. I mean, I mentioned it to someone earlier. It's closing a chapter, it's closing the past, it's putting a steel door on it. You're not going down those roads again. Tortoise love, I hope that makes sense, and thank you for letting me link in with you. I'm afraid that was the last one this evening, but thank you all so much for joining me tonight. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you all, excuse me, do apologise. I hope you all have a great new year or a gentle new year, and I really do wish you all the best for 2024. And hopefully you'll come and join me again in 2 weeks' time. It would be great to see you then. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.